Hi, fourth graders. I'm going to be reading your passage for today's assignment, so if you want to follow along with me, let's get started. I'm going to start over here on this left side. So the title is Alexander Hamilton. He went from an orphaned immigrant to a founding father. It's 1787 and a group of men is gathered in a hot room in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. They wear layers of heavy clothing and itchy wigs. The windows are shut to keep people from listening in. These men are creating the nation's most important document, the U.S. Constitution. These men all have strong opinions, but one is so impassioned, and when we say impassioned, it means that they're showing very strong feelings, that he speaks for 6 hours straight. Alexander Hamilton was determined to use his words to help shape our nation. It wasn't the first time, and it would not be the last. I am in the middle where it says starting from nothing. From a young age, Hamilton set out to make his mark on the world. He grew up a penniless orphan on the island of St. Croix. He had to work, so he didn't go to school, but he educated himself by reading anything he could get his hands on. He soon found that he could use his words to influence people. When you influence somebody, you're going to change or direct the way they're thinking. In 1772, a teenage Hamilton wrote a letter about a hurricane that ripped through St. Croix. His neighbors were so impressed by his writing that they collected money to send Hamilton to college in America. This was Hamilton's chance to prove himself. America was on the verge of war, and Hamilton was about to join the fight. I am up here where it says fighting for freedom. When Hamilton arrived in America, the colonies were still ruled by Great Britain. He was among many who thought they should break free. In 1775, the Revolutionary War started. The next year, Hamilton left college to join the war, fighting under General George Washington. Washington quickly noticed Hamilton's intelligence and appointed him as his aide. In 1783, America won the war and its freedom. The law of the land. The war was over, but the new nation still had work to do. That's why Hamilton and others were in Philadelphia in 1787. After 4 months of debate, the Constitution was finished. The document set up our national government. Now I'm up here at the top. But the states still had to approve it. There was so much disagreement that it seemed doomed to fail. Hamilton refused to let that happen. He spent weeks helping to write dozens of essays called the Federalist Papers, defending the Constitution. Once again, his words won out. It became the law of the land in 1788. A lasting legacy. Hamilton went on to become a trusted advisor of Washington during his presidency, and he created the first U.S. national bank and our national currency. As a kid, he imagined he could have an impact on the world, says Adrian Wally, an educator at the Museum of the American Revolution. And with a mixture of determination, luck, and learning, he did. So I'm going to come down here and look at these images. So it says danger at every turn. Check out some of the major moments of Hamilton's life. So the first picture says, in 1772, a hurricane struck St. Croix, where Hamilton grew up. He journeyed to America soon after. So this is an image of what it would look like during that hurricane. In the middle, it says Hamilton and his troops won the Battle of Yorktown in 1781. It was the final major battle of the Revolutionary War. So this would be Hamilton and his troops. And the last picture says Hamilton was shot and killed in a duel with one of his political rivals, Vice President Aaron Burr, in 1804. So this is Hamilton and Aaron Burr.